Hey everyone, good morning and welcome back to the channel. My name is Charina and of course, welcome to the Ballentine family. So if you're new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more video update. This video is a request from few viewers requested me to make a video, English video, because the last time that was a year ago, and it says that commented there that I have to speak English on my video. Okay, here it is, guys, your request. So our video for today is about a US widower visa. So this is the final interview experience. So this is my experience. So probably we have different experience, but this is based only on my experience. And of course, before we proceed to the final interview questions, I'm gonna give you all the requirements that you may need during the final interview. But probably it's gonna be different from other countries. This is only a Philippine widower's visa requirements. If you kind of confused about the requirements that I'm gonna give you today, it means we have a different requirement, especially the Cenomar. So let's go ahead and start the requirements. First, you need to have a valid passport. So it's either a fresh passport or 6 months old passport that will be considered valid. And then your birth certificate. And also your marriage certificate. This is gonna be the one that you're gonna be confused, the Cenomar. So this is a proof that you are single. So you never been married after your husband died. So you have to get this one in Philippine Statistic Authority in the Philippines. Actually, most of the certificates, we have to get it in PSA. Like the marriage certificate, birth certificate, death certificate, and then the advisory of marriages. And also the Affidavit of Support, which is the I-864W. That's the form for Affidavit of Support, which is the exemption. This is an exemption for the widowers. Alright? So, and also you have to get the DS-260 confirmation page. Alright? You can get this one in SAYAC. You fill out your DS-260 and then they're gonna give you the DS-260 confirmation page. And also the appointment letter that you have an interview. So the schedule of the interview. So that is appointment letter from the US Embassy. And then you also have to submit or to bring a 2x2 picture. And another thing, if you did not pay it through online, your visa payment, make sure you bring money for visa payment, right? And then if you have derivatives like your daughter, your children, you have a separate payment, all right? So one for you and one for your kids. And then the NBI clearance. So this is a Philippine NBI clearance. And then in the other country, this is called like police clearance. And also the last one is the death certificate. Again, we also have a supporting documents. You can bring a old passport from your husband if you have your husband old passport, and also your old passport if you traveled already from other country, then you have to bring that. Okay, and then of course the St. Luke receipt. When you pay the medical examination, you have to bring that as well, right? Okay, so those are the requirements and supporting documents that you may need during the final interview. So now you are ready and you have all your requirements. Make sure that you separate the original and also the photocopy. Okay, again, separate your original copy and also your photocopy. Okay, so let's proceed to the final interview. All right, so the day on your interview, you have to come early because you have to line up outside. And then you have to secure all your documents that it should be ready. So don't bring any cell phone. If you bring cell phone, then there are people outside the embassy that you can leave. But I don't know how much they're gonna charge for that. But I hear it's 250 to 300 peso to leave your phone there. But it's not safe, right? So it's better not to bring your phone. Once you lined up outside, of course, there's a guard waiting there and some in charge of the staff of US Embassy. You have to make sure you prepare out some of your documents like the passport, the appointment letter, and the DS-260 confirmation page because that's what they needed when you enter the US Embassy. Again, when you enter the US Embassy, you have to line up again inside and then make sure that all the documents will be prepared, like the one I tell you earlier about the requirements. So make sure it will be there, separate the original and also the copy, right? So okay, so the first person that I'm going to interview is the Filipino. So it's like a pre-screening just to check if you have all your documents. And then after that, you have to proceed. She or he is going to ask you some question. Most of the question will be asked on your DS-260. Remember when you filled out your DS-260 in SEAC? So that was like, how many pages is that you filled out on that DS-260? So most of the questions there is that also that they're gonna ask, especially also in the consul. So make sure that you remember, and also of course you have to be honest, all the questions there and all the answer, it should be tumpak. I'm speaking Tagalog again. So anyway, sorry for that. Actually, this question, the pre-screening, of course, you will proceed to pay your visa, okay? So after you pay the visa, you have to go back to the Filipino consul. I'm not sure if that's a consul. I don't think so. She will ask your receipt that you pay the visa, and then you will proceed to the fingerprint. And then after that, you have to wait again for your final interview, which is the consul. On this case, you have been patiently waiting there, of course, maybe probably 20 to 25 minutes. It depends how long the first person that been asked, how long it takes. Usually, they have 5 or 6 windows open there. It depends how many applicants on that day. The worst thing about it, you can hear what they asked. You can hear their answers. So it's kind of scary, you know what I mean? So it's kind of tense because especially those first applicant, if you're a first applicant, of course, you are scared. It's like you are applying for your final interview in the job. So anyway, let's proceed for the final interview. All right, so with your name called, of course, you have to be ready everything, like your documents and everything. Of course, you have to be ready yourself. And of course, don't forget to pray. So once your name called, especially to those who have kids with you, your derivatives, I think the first person that been asked is the kids, because the kids, most of the kids, they only ask the name, how old is he, what's his name, complete name. Those are most of the questions that they're gonna throw for the kids, you know. And then, but before they start, you have to do like this, where that you, of course, you tell the truth, nothing but the truth, you know. You are in front of the judge. So after that, they're gonna proceed to check your profile. They're gonna proceed the interview. So the first question, usually the first question, what is your name, and also what's your relationship with your, of course, the petitioner. You are the petitioner, because if you're a widower's visa application, our widower's visa is IW1. Okay, your daughter or your kids is IW2. They're under with you, especially they are like lower than 18 years old, under 18. So they're under with you. So they're IW2. You are the petitioner and the applicant. You are IW1. So since our husband died, of course, that's IW1. So you are the applicant and you are the petitioner. All right. So sometimes they will ask what's your relationship with your petitioner? Of course, you're the petitioner, right? So it's kind of tricky. So you have to hear it very carefully and answer it very honestly as well. Another is how long you've been married, where did you get married, something like that. Those are questions. And how many years you've been married, and how many times he's been divorced, how many times you've been married, something like that. So those are possible questions. And also where do you live in the United States? They probably ask you the complete address, or you could answer the state. It depends. If they want you to explain, then explain. If they don't want you to explain, then don't explain. Just answer what they ask and just be truthful. That's it. And be confident. Smile and greet them. When you first get there, greet them good morning first and smile. That makes their day, you know, because if a lot of people have been interviewed, and then of course you have to come on the front of them, smile and be confident. All right, so that's another tip. Anyway, so what are the other questions? There's a lot of questions, but it depends the consul, because sometimes people takes interview like 15 to 20 minutes. It depends how confident you are with your answer, because if they can see you that you're confident, then of course they won't proceed a lot of questions because they know that you are very truthful. And then after the interview, then he probably say that, have you already input your address online to ustraveldocs.com? They will ask you that. And then you can say yes. Sometimes when you are approved, they will say, congratulations, you are welcome to United States of America. Sometimes just ask you if you are already put those addresses. That's what I'm telling you, because those were they delivered to you. So, and sometimes they will say, oh, just wait for a couple of days and your visa will be sent with you. Will be with you. Sorry. And I hope you guys like this video. And of course, if you have questions, don't be hesitant to ask me, because I am here to help widowers, especially those widowers that they don't know anything. Okay, so I'm here to help you without any asking in return. So I've been helping a lot of widowers right now, and right now it's been lined up. It's a lot of them, but I take it slow because I want them to comply first with requirements before talking to me, because it's very easy when you have already requirements and you already have your money when you apply, because of course it takes time, it takes financial to apply going to United States. So, and also if you have like problems, if your late husband is a retired military and has a VA pension, like Veterans Affairs pension, and then you don't know how to do it, then you can also ask me regarding that matter, because we can also guide you there so you can get your pension. Of course, this one for you to go and has the opportunity to go to United States in America. All right, good luck everyone, and I hope you'll be the next person who will be interviewed one day in US Embassy. Again, thank you, and